Hey, we are back in the kitchen with Yahki Awakened. Are we not so blessed and so lucky to have him on hand with us? How are you?
I'm doing good. I see you got the situation set up good, so I'm happy. I'm excited.
I am set up, A-type personality, I guess, but this is good. I am so excited. So this is Yahki's geogenetic juice, a cellular detoxing juice. I'll let him talk about it, but I think he did this for 120 days, cleansed his body, healed his body of so many things. So I can't wait to learn more about this recipe.
Okay. So this is called the Doctor's Yakai's geogenetic juice. I actually use this to flush, detoxify my body of metals, of all types of stuff, toxemia, and it helped me rebalance everything. And I'm gonna go through this stuff with y'all and show you what we did. But this is the juice. Right now, we probably got about 2.3 million people on this juice as we speak. The juice went viral. We got millions of views on this juice, a bunch of clinical data on this juice. People reporting for us every day of them getting rid of diabetes, them getting rid of hypertension, they cleansing their kidneys. We even had a few people that was going into kidney failure on dialysis that was able to like really get off of that and regenerate their kidneys off of this juice. So it worked. It healed my heart's, I had scar tissue on my heart. Of course, I attacked my heart at 21. I had diabetes. I had toenail fungus. I had fingernail fungus. I had fatty liver disease, and my kidneys was not functioning properly. With this juice and just studying all the ingredients, all the phytochemicals and what it does to the body, it will make you whole again. And if you don't believe me, just try it. Always experience and try it for yourself.
Yeah, okay, this is incredible. So how many ingredients do we have here? We have cilantro and parsley, right? So we'll start with those.
Okay.
So parsley, how much should I do of this?
So parsley, with the parsley, make sure you get a handful.
Okay, and this is washed. Yeah.
And the beautiful thing about parsley is parsley have the phytochemicals in it to actually cleanse out the nephrons of the kidney. So parsley is to cleanse and to flush the kidneys out. So if you're dealing with any type of calcium buildup in the bones, in the blood, any type of kidney stones, do the parsley. It's very, very important to cleanse the kidneys because that's what all metabolic waste go to, for you to empty the waste by way of the urine. So if you want to cleanse the body, you have to get the kidneys and adrenals online. And by far, parsley is my #1 herbs to get the kidneys filtrating.
No way. It's your #1 herb for the kidneys.
My #1.
Incredible. And it tastes really good too.
Tastes amazing.
Yeah. And it's still beneficial too, right?
Yes.
Even if we eat it, chop it into.
Very beneficial.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why you see like in most of your Italian salads, that's what they put in the salads, parsley. And then if you start getting into like more your Greek salads, they add cilantro on it too. So when you start really studying ancient cultures and how they put things on their plate, everything was very, very purposeful. So they always had something to cleanse metals. They always had something for urination and to basically increase or make something diuretic. They always had something for the immune system. And that's basically what this juice is. It's an overall body detox, but it's a rebuilder as well.
Yeah, and that's what we have to go back to, the ancient ways, right? Where they were doing things where we didn't have as many diseases and cancer and all these things today. And the cilantro.
Cilantro is a metal detoxifier. We all have metals inside of our bloodstream from the chemtrails, from the contrails. We got it from the metals that's inside of the soil that is actually being picked up by way of biophotomodulation, or what we call photosynthesis, when our plants are being grown. Also, metals come from heavy crop. Even it's metals inside of rain now.
No
way. Yes, the rain is acidic and the rain have metals in it.
You got to be kidding me.
And if you get on, you start searching this stuff, you'll see that we have heavy metal toxicity, and heavy metal toxicity brings on so many detoxification symptoms that we call disease. For instance, if you get into autism is a heavy metal and a mercury toxicity. So when you remove the body of heavy metals and mercury, you will see nonverbal autistic children be able to speak again. Have a lot to do with kidney damage, have a lot to do with heart failure, have a lot to do with your teeth too as well. So cilantro is one of my #1 metal removers. It's a metal remover. Now, when you mix cilantro with another one we're going to talk about, it creates a binder. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to be detoxifying the body and just constantly detoxifying, but you don't have nothing to bind to the toxins to leave out of the body through poop or through your urination. So it's a binder in here too, and we're going to talk about that.
Oh, okay. So how much cilantro?
Cilantro, handful.
A handful. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Okay. A little bit more. There we go.
Yeah, we got a lot of metals to remove.
Yeah. All right, what should we do next?
You just pick.
Yeah, okay, so say the cucumbers.
All right, so cucumbers. Cucumbers are your electrolyte present foods. If you want to rebalance the electrolytes and you want to hydrate the cells, you want to hydrate the body, you want to help purify the blood, cucumbers. Cucumbers come from, it's a melon. It actually comes from the Coccubato family. That's where watermelons come from. Your original watermelon was actually an ancient cucumber.
No way.
Yes.
I'm like, no way, every 2 minutes, but I learned so much from you.
So cucumbers are beautiful, beautiful melons. It's actually a part of the squash family as well, but squashes or melons. So this is going to give you all your electrolytes. It's going to hydrate the cells. It's going to open the kidneys up. And it's basically like a lubricator of the cells. You have to remember, whenever you wake up in the morning, you have to lubricate and help the electricity move throughout the body. This is what cucumbers do.
Yeah, and when our cells feel good, we feel good, right?
Because you are made of your cells.
Yeah.
So definitely get the cucumbers in there.
Okay, so 2 peeled cucumbers, right?
Yes, 2 peeled. And the reason why you peel them, because the digestive enzymes in our glycobiome is it's hard for our glycobiome to actually break down the actual skin of melons. So you never see nobody eat watermelon skin.
No.
You never see nobody eat cantaloupe skin.
No.
So why would you eat the cucumber skin when they are all a part of the melon family?
So even in a salad, you peel it? The
so it's, in the salad, I chop it up. So I still eat the ring around it, but I'm not putting the whole cucumber in my salad. But in the juice, I just get rid of it.
Yeah.
So what I say is you can do 50-50, but I mean, if you're trying to heal, you don't want anything interfering with the digestive process of your food because you are detoxing. Just take the skin off of it.
Yeah. Okay. And celery, right? A whole thing of celery?
So with this celery, this is a big celery bundle. So we
take a couple off?
Yeah, take a couple.
Yeah,
Let's do about 3 of them. Now, celery is what you need for sodium. There's this whole sodium, 9 go against sodium movement is a theory. You need sodium. You cannot survive without sodium. We are salt water creatures. We're not freshwater creatures. We're sodium creatures. We're saltwater creatures. We have salt in our blood. We have salt in our veins. We have salt in our lymphatic system. And we have a bunch of salt and potassium ratios inside of each 150 trillion cells that make up our body. You need salt. Not only do you need salt for the electrical system, you need salt for your nerves, and you need salt to help bring in water. So without salt, you have no hydration. In fact, the body does not need minerals. The body take those minerals, combine them into mineral salts. And then those mineral salts is how you get all of your responses and electrical reactions from the electrolytes. You get a bunch of inorganic mineral salts from celery. And celery is known to lower blood pressure. So now you have to ask yourself a question. If sodium heightens or increases hypertension, then why is celery full of so much sodium? But if you do a celery juice fast, it lowers your blood pressure.
Fascinating.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we've been taking in the wrong salts. And these are iodized salt that have been made and been compromised by the big food industry. When you do natural salt that's already naturally accumulated in the food, it actually does the body good. It is good for the salt potassium pump ratios inside of the cells. It helps lowers the blood system, and it keeps you that saltwater creature that you are, and it brings in more water. Remember, salt draws water in.
You know so much.
So if you want to hydrate, salt.
Okay. Wow. See, people think the opposite. So sometimes I consume an iodized sea salt from Greece, like a natural one.
Yes.
Do you think that that's okay?
That's cool to supplement with. There's another one that we use, which is Celtic salt. The Celtic salt is one of your true sea salts, but it have to be handcrafted from the ocean though. So when they start using the machines and stuff, that's where you start getting the metal toxicity and you start getting the mercury toxicity. So there's a place in France. I will give you, you can put it in the link from Amazon. Don't buy it all up from us, y'all. But we use those and they literally handpick the salt from the sea.
Okay, I'm ordering that.
Some of the best Celtic salt ever.
Wow.
And I do a teaspoon of that every day when I get up. Teaspoon of that cayenne pepper, and I put it in some coconut oil, and then right after I do that, I do 2 tablespoons of olive oil every single day when I wake up.
Really? With the why? What does the olive oil do?
So the olive oil is so amazing. Olive oil is for the brain. These are fatty acids that you need. Like these are the good unsaturated, saturated fats that you need. It's good for the brain. It's good for the blood. And there's a study showing that they did a period of time where people were taking olive oil throughout the day and they lived longer and they did not get heart disease due to the ones that didn't. And coconut oil is good too. It's antimicrobial, antibacterial, got probiotics in it. I mean, these 2 oils are amazing. So olive oil and coconut oil, at least get a tablespoon or 2 in a day.
Okay. And sorry, did you say 3 stalks or like a smaller bunch like
so
this?
You can
Which
do
one?
3 stalks.
Okay.
3
so
stalks.
just a few stalks. Okay, cool. And okay, before we got into this video, I was telling you that for a while I was juicing fruit juice, like big fruit juices all through the morning and into the afternoon for a while, like orange juice, grape juice, like high natural sugar juices. And then I recently realized like that was starting to affect me.
Yes.
And I was checking my blood sugars and I realized they were actually pretty high.
Yes.
So what do you think about that? Since I've stopped doing that, but what are your thoughts on that?
So my thoughts on that is you should never, for one, juicing your fruits is okay, but it can give you hyperglycemia. Well, I say juice vegetables, and you can juice low glycemic fruits. But when you start juicing high glycemic fruits like oranges and things like that, it will, especially grapes. I don't recommend anybody juicing grapes.
No, yeah, because I put my blood sugar to I think 250 or 260 when I juice the grapes. And I've recently been dealing with having some nerve issues, and then I stopped that because I was like, I think it's from having like the crazy high in the mornings.
Yeah. So if you look at grapes and you look at oranges, they're very good for you. But the Creator created you to eat those whole. The moment you juice them, you take away all of the fiber in them. And when you take away the fiber and cellulose, you don't have nothing in there to slowly release that sugar. So whenever you say all of the fiber and stuff is leaving now, this is what slowly releases the sugar in it. Luckily, we mixing these apples and citric fruit with vegetables. So we mixing them together. We have something to help slowly release everything. When you just juice high fructose sugar like that, what happens is since the fiber is removed and you don't have any barrier fiber, all of the sugar gets released into the bloodstream by way of the duodenum real fast, and that's what spikes your sugar.
Yeah, and that can cause problems, right? Yeah. Even though it's like the natural stuff.
Yes,
yeah.
I mean, because think about it. Back then, people wouldn't juicing.
No, like, let's face it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do a lemon,
yes, a
right?
lemon. Yep, whole lemon with skin.
A whole lemon with skin.
Yep, with the skin. Yep,
and you do seven apples.
Yep, Granny Smith apples. And the reason why we use the Granny Smith apples because these are astringent apples. They pull on toxins. Not only that, they're good for fermenting. So if you have any type of gallbladder stones, you have any type of liver cyst, you have any type of stones built up in the hepatic duct, this is going to ferment and start breaking it down. That's why most people that be on the juice for 7 to 10 days, they start seeing these little green pellets in the toilet, and them are gallstones. And that's what the apples do.
That's incredible. Mm-hmm. So people notice big differences on this juice.
Big differences.
That's so
All
awesome.
Y'all got to do is go to my Instagram and look on the geogenetic. It's all testimonies under there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's incredible.
Yes.
And then, so we do
ginger, a thumb of ginger. Yeah. And the good thing about the ginger, we usually skin the ginger, but we ain't gonna skin it today.
Sorry. Yeah.
It's okay, but the ginger is good because the ginger have a compound in there called gingerbane. And gingerbane is a natural digestive enzyme, so it helps you not only break down your food, but since you're breaking down your food, now it helps you regulate your digestive system. Ginger is good for the heart. Ginger is good for stimulating digestive enzymes. Ginger is good for cleansing the blood. Ginger, again, is antibacterial. It's probiotic that makes you bring postbiotics. Ginger is amazing for the heart. Ginger is all around. It's a good probiotic. And then we always push probiotics over antibiotics, always.
Yeah, that's a win right there. And the cayenne, do you put it in with the juicer or after?
Yes. So it's best to put it in after. So once everything is juiced, we're going to put the cayenne pepper in there and move it around. Now, the cayenne pepper is your cardiovascular fruit. The cayenne pepper is actually a fruit, and it is the best cardiovascular fruit I know to mankind. Literally a teaspoon of cayenne pepper a day keep cardiac arrest away. So make sure that you're getting your cayenne peppers in. I love it. It's good. It's a blood purifier. It thins out the blood. It increases blood circulation. It's good for libido. It's good to rebuild your gut microbiome. It's good for the heart. It's good for the kidneys. I mean, cayenne pepper is good.
Yeah.
It's like, I call it nature's aspirin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people that have heart issues, they put them on aspirin, or if you feel like you're having an onset of cardiac arrest coming on, they tell you to take aspirin minutes before. Same thing with cayenne pepper.
It's so effective and it's natural. So
and it's so much better. Fat burner too.
Yeah.
Ginger as well. These things burn fat naturally as well. And that's why it's good to do them in the rising before you start your daily activities and before you start eating. That way you already get your body into a metabolic fat burning mode.
Yeah, and you're right, because you know what? For a bit there, I was having a lot of cayenne pepper in my diet, and then I did a vitamin drip, and then they put a Band-Aid after, and then when they took it off, my arm was bleeding, like how somebody I know who's on blood thinners.
Because it thins your blood.
And he was like, "Are you on blood thinners?" I was like, "No, I've just been having a lot of cayenne lately."
Natural anticoagulants in it. What they're called tannins. Yep.
It's awesome. Okay. So I will pour this for us. This looks really good. I'm so excited to try it.
Me too. The cayenne gonna give it that kick.
Yeah. And the green apples, they're more low glycemic, right?
Yeah, so green apples, low glycemic, and they're more astringent. They have a lot. It's called malic acid. So malic acid is basically an acid that's inside of the apples, and that's what helps ferment. So it helps you break down your food more, and it's very astringent. It's going to pull toxins out of the cells.
Okay.
And the good thing about apples is not only astringent, but they are toners and they strengthen. So they astringe the cells of toxins, they tone the cell, make sure the cell's integrity walls are good, the membranes.
Okay, so how much cayenne do you usually use?
I usually use literally a teaspoon.
Okay.
And sometimes it can be so overwhelming, we do a half a teaspoon. But I've been drinking it so much. It's gonna be a kick to those that haven't drunk it in a minute, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And like for a cleanse or a detox, this seems like a juice that's doable.
Yes, it is.
Because it's not like hardcore green juice.
Nope, it's not hardcore, and then it's very well blended. You're still getting your fruits in, you're still getting your vegetables in, and your citric acid in. It's very low in the glycemic index, so technically it's still reached the standards of a ketogenic nutritional diet, because I have been in ketosis and checked my urine and was still urinating ketones out on this juice.
No way.
So yeah, so it still bring you in ketosis.
And do you think you'd be where you are today without juicing?
I
Maybe.
can honestly say nah. I can honestly say no, to be honest with you.
Well,
nah. Because the juices is what really cleansed my heart and my liver and everything in the beginning. Just I started off doing it wrong, that's all. And then this is what made me create the masterpieces, which is what we finna drink right now.
yeah, because you were just doing straight fruit juice for a while, right?
Yeah,
And
straight
then
apples. I went on the apple. So, one of my first teachers was Dr. Morse.
Mhm.
So, he was high on the oranges. He put me on an orange fast. I seen God. I had the outer body experience. Then I went on the orange juice fast. He talked about the apple juice fast. So then I went on the apple juice fast. And I noticed that my sugar stayed so high all the time. And then when I started switching things up, and then I created this juice through just studying a bunch of stuff and putting it together, that's when I noticed that my sugar was lower and I was really experiencing a detoxification, but it wasn't so harsh, because you can go through harsh healing crisis. And you don't have a lot of those with these, unless you got a bunch of heavy metals in your blood, because this is going to pull them heavy metals from the tissue.
Yeah, I'm excited to try it. And so what first inspired you? Like, did somebody inspire you with the juicing?
Who inspired me with the juicing his name is John Rose.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever heard of John Rose?
Of course I have.
Man, he is a monster, man.
I gotta get him
love
on. Me
man.
too.
Man, John Rose is who inspired me with the juices. He talked about, and this is when y'all hear me say solid food vacation, I literally got that word from John Rose. And he talked about the solid food vacation and just going on juice. You're like, look, not a water fast, not a regular diet, go on a juice fast. He said, do at least 3 months. And I said, I'm gonna do 4.
I love
So
it.
that's where I got it from. So shouts out to John Rose.
Okay, cheers. I'm so excited to try this.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
That's amazing. There you go.
Oh, that's really good. That is amazing.
Yep,
That's
you can taste the
delicious.
sodium. You can taste the heat from the cayenne. You can taste the ginger. You can taste the astringent apples. It's amazing. And then what really balanced it out to me is the lemon mixed with the celery.
Wow, talk about a perfect juice.
Yeah, perfect. That's how y'all know I'm gonna be making stuff up. This is it.
Okay, anything else you want to share on this juice? Or juicing or anything at all?
Juicing is amazing. Just know what you're doing and just really, really know your body and know how sensitive you are to insulin and sugars before you start juicing different fruits. And there's a difference between sugary fruits and low glycemic fruit, y'all. There's a difference. And I do not recommend you juicing over sugary fruits. For instance, oranges and grapes. And that's it.
Yeah, because I saw my sugars. I tested it the other day and it was like 250, 260. I was like, that seems a bit too high. And it was really hard to get back down.
That's the grapes.
So I walked for an hour, like a speed walk, and it was still like out of range. I was like, this is crazy.
So it's a book called The Grape Cure. And it talks about healing breast cancer through grapes. So the lady had breast cancer, she healed through grapes. And that's when I started my grape cleanse. And I noticed on my grape cleanse, when I just did nothing but grapes, it did good for my body. But I remember I was already diabetic. When I got on them, it raised my A1C plus my glucose. And it stayed there for a very, very long time. And that's when I started telling people, nah, we can't juice the grapes. Let's start eating the grapes, because when you eat the grapes, it'll take your blood sugar down. But if you juice them, it'll take your blood sugar up, showing you that there's something in the whole grape, when you eat the whole grape, that actually naturally combats hyperglycemia. But when you juice it, it's something that it promotes blood sugar to be high. And it's the skin of the grapes. The skin of the grapes have a high fiber content that helps balance out their sugar.
So you think it's okay? 'Cause I'm familiar with that Johanna Brandt's book.
Yes, Johanna Brandt's. Yes.
Yeah, and I've done a 30-day grape cleanse before. I think I did 30 days, 28 days, and I felt amazing. I was
it's
glowing.
amazing.
So you think that's okay if we eat
Oh,
them?
yes,
Even if
yes.
somebody has blood sugar issues?
Yes. Because I noticed people that have high blood sugar, if you put them on grapes with the skin, it'll take their blood sugar down. And we didn't help get rid of so many tumors on grape fast.
Yeah.
So many of them.
Do you, I think Dr. Morris says that's the number one food for the lymphatic system,
for the
right? Do
lymphatic-
you think that is?
I think the number one food for the lymphatic system is, it'd be grape. It'd be grapes. Grapes, grapefruit. Yeah, any type of citric fruit, anything that's very, very pulling. Even though grapes taste sweet, they are astringent. These are very astringent properties inside the grapes. So yeah, and grapes full of tannins. It's full of tannins. And if you look at the chemical tannin compound, not only do it increase circulation and thins out the blood, but it's a puller and a detoxifier as well. So I agree with Dr. Morse on that.
Yeah, okay, cool. I was wondering, and talk about circulation. I can already feel inside my body. Like you can feel things circulating. It feels so healthy.
And it's super electrical too. So it will increase your electricity as well.
Okay, I love this. Okay, you guys have to try this. This is incredible. 10 out of 10. And thanks again for sharing.
Oh, always.
Yeah, and I will put, in case you guys missed it, we did an awesome podcast. So good, so much inspiration. And we also did what Yahki eats in a day. So in case you guys missed those, I will pop those on the screen right now. Go check those out. And be sure to subscribe for more awesome videos like this one. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.